What is going on, guys? I'm bringing another update video. It is an update on my 1981 Camaro Z28. I'm kind of going to show you little things about it first, and then I'll give you the update, because I feel like I haven't really gone over anything about this car, just because I bought it and haven't done anything to it. So I'm going to show you a little bit about it. So like I said, this is my 1981 Z28 Camaro. It is completely factory, pretty much. Sorry, hood is right here. I took it off because we were doing some things. But it's still got the factory paint on it, factory wheels, as you can see. Everything about the motor is pretty much factory. Like you can see, we still got, factory exhaust manifolds, factory quadrajet, carburetor. Only thing aftermarket, I believe, is this intake. Or it's a Holley, I believe, Street Dominator intake on it. Other than that, it is pretty much all factory. As you can see, interior is absolutely shot in this thing. I apologize if you can't really see the dash, but there's a big hole right there. There's no carpet on this side. There's some rust down there, and I uncovered it. But yeah, overall, the car is in pretty decent shape. I wouldn't say it's in great shape. It needs a lot of work, but body is pretty straight. There's not a whole lot of rust. There's a couple holes in the floor, and then there's one right there, if you can see that. But other than that, body's pretty straight. This is kind of my project car that I bought. I bought it like, I don't know, two and a half years ago. And when I bought it, I didn't touch it. I just now started working on it and stuff. So my update here is it is running. I got it running, which is absolutely fantastic. So when I bought the car, I heard it run the day I bought it. And then other than that, I had not started it. I had not let it run or anything, which is absolutely terrible on my part. So I got it running, and it was actually extremely easy. I was expecting, to have to rebuild the carburetor or something like that, but surprisingly, all I had to do was I changed the spark plugs, and these wires were on it. They look brand new, so I didn't want to change those. So I changed spark plugs, changed the oil, and got a new battery, and it pretty much fired up. I mean, it took a couple tries for it to get going and stuff. Smoked like a freight train when I got it started, but yeah, it's running. And I'm gonna start it up here in a second and let you hear it. Surprisingly, it runs pretty smooth. I mean, it is factory. It's not anything crazy. It's still got factory exhaust all the way through it. But I'm gonna fire it up here, and I'll probably let it run for a little bit because I haven't started it in a few days. So it's good to start these things up and get it running again. I did buy a new thermostat for it. So that's pretty much all I've done to it, is change those maintenance things. I bought a thermostat. I popped the the little housing off. There wasn't a thermostat in it, and there also wasn't a gasket on it. I don't know what the deal with that is, but the car's not in the best shape in the world. So I did buy a new oil filler cap, because the one I had, I thought it was right here, but oh, it's right here. It was pretty much shot. Like it didn't sit down all the way on it like this one does, and it doesn't seal it. So bought a new one of those. So that's pretty much all I've bought for this thing. I do have a new hood right there. This one is very, very rusty, and it's also bent. It's probably hard to tell that, but right around in here where the hinge was, where this right here is bent on both sides, because these hinges are very, very stiff, and I guess from pulling it up front and bent it. So I got a new hood for it. But yeah, I'm gonna fire this thing up and let you hear it. Well, I apologize you couldn't get the start up, but okay, it just died. But apparently I'll get the start up now. Well, unfortunately, when I started it up, my other camera just kept saying battery exhausted literally each time I would start it up. So I apologize, I didn't get the startup video. And now I'm looking to see, I think I got a problem here because I don't know what's going on. So I'm on my GoPro now, so I apologize if it's hard to see or anything. But it looks like I've got some fuel leaks going on. Just when I shut it off, just now, there was smoke coming out of here. But it looks like I got a fuel leak. I don't know what that's about. You can kind of see it. I don't know. But I might try to fire it up here again and see if it'll run. But here we go. There she goes, she's running. Come up here. I mean, she runs pretty smooth, but it's not the greatest in the world. But yeah, she's going. I'm excited. I'm gonna let her idle for a little bit probably, and then I'll shut it off. So yeah, so that's an update on the Camaro. My next plans for it is flush the coolant. I flushed the coolant once, and then you know, after we let it run and stuff, of course, all that nastiness started coming back up. So I honestly need to get the radiator out and get it cleaned and flush the block for it to actually, you know, be good. But it still needs some work. The plan is I'm gonna, you know, get it running pretty good on what I think it needs to get running pretty good, and take out that transmission. We just got a lift. I don't know if it's hard to do selfie with my GoPro, but we just got a lift. So once that is up and running, the transmission is going to come out of this thing and get rebuilt. Then hopefully when that's done, I'll be able to attempt to get it back on the road, and that'll be the big steps forward. But yeah, I wanted to give an update on the Camaro. It is running. I wouldn't say it's running good, but it's not bad. But yeah, that's an update for the Camaro. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.